gentlemen, you're watching, yes, the Yankees Entertainment and Sports Network.
Baseball jump the turnstiles, no Metro card needed. He's ready to go to the ball game, as are the people on that train. But you're lucky enough to be watching right here as the Yes Network presents New York Yankees baseball. It's the New York Yankees against the Baltimore Orioles in the final game of a two-game set from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Yankees baseball, along with Al Leiter. I'm Michael Kay. Well, the Yankees won yesterday 7-4. A.J. Burnett with a good start. Now, it's going to be an important start for Phil Hughes. Before we talk about Phil, let's look at the pitching matchup in tonight's ball game. Phil Hughes is going to go for the Yankees against Jake Arrieta, and the thing that jumps out at you is the ERA that Phil Hughes is sporting. The highest in baseball for a starter with two starts, 16.50. Al, everybody's talking about Phil Hughes' velocity, but a lot of his problems are connected to location.
Yeah, and they go together, but there's no question about it. With the velocity down, you absolutely have to be on with your location. This was his first start against the Tigers. Slider supposed to be down and away. Miguel Cabrera, a absolute monster MVP candidate every year. Look at the glove where Russell Martin set up. This slider is supposed to be down the way, middle of the plate. Miguel Cabrera deposits into the seat. This is a scenario where Russell Martin has said he can pitch with the lesser velocity, but you have to hit your spots. Later in the game, Miguel Cabrera, again, look where Russell Martin's glove is set up. Wants the ball on the inside part of the plate, preferably down, ends up being inner half up. Enough for Miguel Cabrera, the status of a guy that can hit a ball out of any park. Then he goes up to Boston, throws his changeup up in the zone. This is, again, a little slider similar to the Miguel Cabrera. Dustin Pedroia hits a home run, ends up giving up 6 runs in only 2 innings. Yes, it's very frustrating for Phil Hughes and everybody around the Yankees, but you see here, Michael, with the velocity being down, you got to be on.
Well, with the velocity down, maybe that's why the location is also off, because he doesn't feel comfortable throwing the ball. 92.5 average fastball last year. In the first 2 starts, it's just 90. You see how the strikeout totals have dropped as well. So he's going to need some offense. He's going to need some runs, so he has some breathing room when he's out on the mound. Good thing that he has Alex Rodriguez in the lineup. He has been on fire since the start of the season. We'll explore that in segment 2 coming up next. A.J. Burnett just told me that when you stand in the runway and watch the Yankees score runs, it's fun for a pitcher. He had a lot of fun in the first inning yesterday, and all the Yankee pitchers are having a lot of fun watching Alex Rodriguez rake.
You know what, Michael, when you see a guy with the talent that Alex Rodriguez has, and he's so locked in, it's fun to watch, as A.J. Burnett had told you that. This is Friday night against John Lackey. Got a pitch out over the plate, deposited over the big green monster there in Boston. He's comfortable. He's in great shape. This is yesterday. First inning, 3-run homer, opposite way off of Chris Tillman. Really set the tone for last night. A.J. Burnett's win and the Yankee win. Really fun to watch. A very talented player, Alex Rodriguez.
I'll tell you what, Al, he looked great in spring training. He's carried it into the regular season, hitting .355. He has the 4 home runs, 8 ribbies. He leads the American League in slugging. He's tied for first in runs scored. He is set to have himself a very good year if he, in fact, stays healthy. It's an American League East matchup. Yankees and the Orioles. The stars are out tonight. Lineups, first pitch, baseball coming up next on Yes. Pay nothing to repair or maintain your new Volvo for the first 5 years. Volvo for life by IOTV. IOTV offers you incredible HD picture and sound. Get the best in HD free. And by the new definition of world class, the 2011 Buick LaCrosse. While you can't ask for a better day than today, all day in the city has been gorgeous, and it's turning into a lovely evening as well as the crowd continues to file into Yankee Stadium. Yankees have taken the field. Phil Hughes has taken his warm-ups, and we're about ready for baseball. Yankees looking to sweep this mini 2-game set. The first game of the series was rained out. No makeup date yet has been announced. Yesterday, the Yankees jumped out to a 7-0 lead, held on for a 7-4 victory, and now Phil Hughes trying to straighten out his early season struggles against the Orioles. So Brian Roberts digs in. Phil Hughes is ready, and let's do it here in the Bronx. Hughes deals. It's a strike, and we are underway. And the right-hander deals. 90-mile-an-hour fastball, so 2 straight 90-mile-an-hour heaters. That's what Hughes has done so far this year. Highest ERA in baseball for a starter with 2 starts. A 1-1. High pop-up. Right side. Mark Teixeira makes the play on the way.
Well, nice start for Phil Hughes. Fastball in on the hands. Let's take a look at the Jeep pitcher scatter report. April showers. Well, 13 starts in April in his career. Not very good. 3.6 with almost a 7 ERA. Compete. You'll hear that often with pitching coaches. Battle every pitch. We're talking about his velocity being down. Every single pitch matters in the major league, certainly anywhere. See how he does that executing pitches. Home cooking. He's lost just 5 games in his last 22 home starts since May 15th of 09. Likes it here in the Bronx. His record during that period of time, 13-5. The Yankees 17-5.
Well, fastball strike to Nick Markakis, who has been struggling. Just 2 hits in his last 22 at-bats. Breaking ball is outside.
Like every lineup, the top 2 certainly are igniters, and Brian Roberts and Nick Markakis. They have struggled, as you say, Michael. Markakis, I believe, an underrated player, certainly all around, terrific outfielder, 300 hitter, Maybe 15, 20 home runs, line drive, all fields. Nice player.
The 1-2. Foul back to the screen.
As we said, but talked about in the open, with a 90-mile-an-hour velocity, Russell Martin, watch where he's set up. Now, he wants it up and in. When you got an opportunity with your head, pitchers count, that's middle of the plate. That's a mistake. He got away with it from a guy who's struggling right now.
The 1-2. Missed outside, 91-mile-an-hour fastball. So early on, he has not pumped it up to 93, 94. Although last year we showed you the average fastball, 92.5. The 2-2. There's a 92-mile-an-hour fastball inside. We'll keep an eye on that because it has been the big storyline with Phil, but as Al also detailed, whatever you have to locate it. And if you don't locate it, no matter how hard you throw it, it's going to get hit. 3-2. Fly ball, right center. Loping over is Granderson. 2-1. Let's take a look at the Orioles lineup. We've already met Roberts and Markakis, and the rest of the lineup stacks up this way. Batting third, the first baseman, Derek Lee. I'll let you guys catch up. There you go. Vladimir Guerrero, the DH, cleans up. The left fielder is Luke Scott. Adam Jones in center. Mark Reynolds at third. Matt Wieters will catch and hit eighth. And Cesar Izturis, the shortstop, will bat ninth. There's a strike.
Picked up some veteran offensive power. Lee being one of them, had a nice career so far, struggling like most of the Oriole hitters have so far early in this 2011 season. Vladimir Guerrero, fantastic player. Mark Reynolds, bringing him over from the Arizona D-backs.
The 1-1. Now, Derek Lee signed a one-year deal with the Orioles, and I loved the honesty that he displayed when he was talking about why'd you pick the Orioles. He goes, because if it's a one-year deal, that ballpark, I could put up big numbers and get a longer deal. That ballpark is something that could produce big numbers for me. Didn't say I like the schools in Baltimore. Didn't say I think this team has a chance to win. He said I think I could put up big numbers in that ballpark, and he probably can. The 2-2. IOTV offers incredible HD picture and sound. Get the best in HD free. IOTV is the official HD service provider of Yankees baseball on Yes. The 3-2. Swung on and missed. Derek Lee down on strikes in a 1-2-3 inning for Phil Hughes. Orioles nothing, and the New York Yankees coming to bat. Left field, he's going to lead off. The captain, the shortstop, Derek Jeter, bats second. Batting third, playing first base, Mark Teixeira. Red hot, A-Rod, third baseman, cleans up. Batting fifth, playing second base, also hot, Robinson Cano. Nick Swisher's in right field, batting sixth. The number 7 hitter, 2 hits yesterday, a home run as well. DH Jorge Posada. Curtis Granderson in center field will hit eighth. Batting ninth and catching, Russell Martin.
On the mound for the Orioles, Jake Arrieta had a rough start against Texas down in Baltimore when it got the 4th inning, gave up 8 runs. There you see the high ERA because of that. Good arm. Orioles like certainly what comes out of Jake Arrieta's arsenal. Just going to look at the Jeep pitcher scatter report. Explosive fastball. We're going to see fastballs upwards of 95 miles an hour. Settles in the low 90s. Good curveball. Very good slider. Left-handed batters last year, 315. Doesn't use a whole lot of changeup. It was a bit of a bugaboo for him last year, getting key lefties out. Yankee Doodle, his first big league win, June 10th against the Yankees. He's only had 2 starts against the Yankees, 2-0. One of those starts was here in the Bronx.
Well, his first start of the year against the Tigers did well. Last start against Texas really got slapped around. 3 1/3 innings. He gave up 8 runs. And he deals to Gardner a strike. Brett 1 for his last 14. Chops that one to short is Torres. In the dirt. Scooped up by Lee, and they just got Gardner. Let's take a look at the Oriole defense, which is brought to you by your Mercedes-Benz Tri-State dealer. Let's go infield first. Reynolds at third, Asturias at short, Brian Roberts at second, and Derek Lee over at first. In the outfield, Scott, Jones, Markakis left to right. Matt Wieters behind the plate. Arrieta is on the mound.
How about that here, huh? Asturias coming right out of the chute. Good play, Derek Lee. Gold glove, previous gold glove in his career. Nice play, Scoop. Speed.
Here's Derek Jeter. Derek with 2,935 hits. Nine hits so far this year, hitting .237. Actually hit the ball very well yesterday. You can see he seems a bit more comfortable at the plate. Yesterday, he was 2 for 4. One time he hit a bullet to short, made it out. The other time he chops the ball off the plate, gets an RBI single. But those are the vagaries of this game. Tonight's closed captioning brought to you by Verizon Wireless.
Watch it, Derek again. Have an early batting practice coming out like many of the Yankee hitters do. Just keep working on his swing and getting comfortable, as you say, Michael.
That one's tapped right back to Arrieta. 2 away. Let's look at the game time weather presented by Bigelow Tea. Forget about the numbers. It's gorgeous right now. 63 degrees, humidity 37%. Not much wind. The forecast is for clear and dry.
Finally, huh? Spring has arrived.
Let's not be teased, though, because it was great on Monday, and then Tuesday and Wednesday weren't too good.
All right, we'll enjoy the day. It was beautiful.
Mark Teixeira came into the game yesterday 0 for 18. His longest streak as a Yankee was 0 for 19, but he quickly got a base hit. He was 2 for 3 yesterday with a walk. 1-0 count in 70% of plate appearances. And that's the highest in Major League Baseball. You wonder why that's so. If everybody knows he's taking the first pitch, why are they throwing a pitch out of the zone?
Because it's not easy. There are a lot of guys where you know he's not swinging. And you say, okay, put it right down the middle. He's going to take it, going to get in the count. But once in a while, he will jump you. That's Major League Baseball.
And that keeps you honest. The 2-2 in the dirt. Yesterday's starter Chris Tillman did not pitch well for the Orioles, and after the game they were all brutally honest about it. You got to pitch better than that. Got to give our offense a chance, and they were all on the record about it. Even the manager. Swing and a miss off speed pitch to Sharon down on strikes. So the Yankees go down in order against the O's young right-hander. Nothing as we head to the second. Tri-State dealer. Gardner, Granderson, and Swisher left to right. Infield, Rodriguez, Jeter, Cano, and Teixeira. And Russell Martin is behind the plate with Phil Hughes on the mound. Martin has caught every inning of every game so far this year. Here's Vlad Guerrero. He has a 6-game hitting streak, one of the few Orioles actually hitting. And that pitch is inside. No score as we go to the top of the second.
Let's take a look at Vlad Guerrero, the Home Depot Hitters Scouting Report. Free swinger. Well, we just saw a pitch right there off the plate. He is the ultimate free swinger in baseball. Made a career of it. Head to toe, you can't throw a ball high enough or low enough. RBI machine. He's 4th among active players, 1,433 of them, 115 last year for Texas. Big swing and miss of high fastball. First ballot question mark. Is he a first ballot Hall of Famer? 320 lifetime hitter, 436 home runs. 3rd active among active players behind A-Rod and Jim Thome.
I don't know how he's not out.
Yep.
And now it's a 7-game hitting streak for Guerrero as he lines a single set to right field. Wow, you owned him though. What was this about? You kept boring in the cutter, 5 for 43?
Yeah, I threw it higher than high, in on his hands. And the story goes that he actually got a few of those when I was with the Marlins. I remember went out to Anaheim last year in an interleague game. He was 0 for 30 when it was the Montreal Expos. And he hit it was the last start I had, and hit a ball down the right field line, slid into third base for a triple and asked for the ball. He looked at me and smiled.
Really? Did you stop by and see him these last 2 days?
Yeah, I said
him? Yeah.
Nah, he didn't. But what a player, and tough to pitch to. There isn't a scout report. It really isn't.
I was talking to Showalter, Buck Showalter, the manager of the Orioles, about him. He said, unbelievable worker. He said, you know, you think the way he hits, he just shows up and does that. He studies, he works hard. He said he's one of the first at the ballpark, one of the last to leave. He said, an unbelievable teammate.
Quiet, very good guy.
And also a great influence on the Latin players in the clubhouse. And I've heard that the Angels still haven't recovered from Guerrero leaving and then signing with Texas. He had a good year last year with Texas. And the young Latin players in the Angels, they would go home with him. His mom would cook them dinner. And he was amazing with them. And that's something that's missing still to this day with that team.
Yeah, I knew the story with my own teammates, as you say, with the young Latin players, making them feel comfortable. And he said his mother would cook, I guess, authentic Dominican food. And he wasn't just exclusive to his own ball club. It was other players. Very likable.
2-2. High fly ball. Right field. Swisher will put it away for the first out.
Got it in the hands just enough on Luke Scott. So far, less cutters. Only 25 pitches into this game. His last game up in Boston, he threw a lot of cut fastballs. In order to get velocity, you have to throw, build up your arm strength with pitch count, but also use your fastball. Even though you know as a pitcher it's a little short, you got to be able to extend and finish that pitch.
Pitch to Adam Jones. Another fly ball to right field. 2 outs. Let's play the what-if game, Al. You want to play?
Yeah. I like
okay.
It.
Let's say that Phil Hughes never gets those extra 2 or 3 miles an hour back. I look at a guy that throws 89-90. I still think you can win. Can he win at 89-90?
Yes. You have to be able to hit your spots. So far here, Dana DeMuth, the home plate umpire, not given the pitcher's pitch You have to establish it. Of course you can. There's been plenty of major league pitchers that have been successful throwing at the 89, 90 mile an hour mark. Larry Rothschild, the pitching coach for the Yankees, watch it closely. And use all your pitches, which is what Russell Martin had told Kim Jones before the game. Yes, he can win. Yes, he can pitch at that velocity, but you have to be on the corners. You can't live down the middle of the plate. Now watch, we see, set up. Boom, that's perfect. Didn't feel good for old Russell there. Big, healthy cut from Reynolds. What did Greg Maddux throw? Upper 80s?
Toward the end, he was 86. Get people out.
And not saying at all that he's lost it, but Phil Hughes has got the best in front of him. 24 years old. There's no reason for him to have lost 2 or 3 miles an hour. I do believe it's going to come back. What do they talk about? You know, if you're a pitcher with a plus arm velocity consistently is 93 or better. You have a guy that throws 93 or better, you're above hitting speed. You get away with mistakes, meaning hittable middle plate, and you can pitch with 2 pitches. If your velocity drops, you need a 3rd pitch. You have to create more doubt in a hitter's mind, whether it's another breaking ball or a changeup.
The 1-2.
But the dilemma that comes into it, Michael, is that you have to believe it as a pitcher. That, okay, I don't have my A stuff. And that happens, I don't care whether you're 24, Phil Hughes, or 44, 34, whichever. Pick your age as you get a little older. You have to believe on certain nights when you don't have your best stuff that you can not only compete, but you can win the game and do a good job.
2-2. Well, he's settling in right around 90.
Well, like the last pitch, a nice fastball on the outside corner. Mark Reynolds, free swinger. Expand the zone. Here's a guy who struck out a couple hundred times, a few times in his career.
Swing and miss, off speed. And Reynolds goes down on strikes. No runs a hit, no errors, 1 man left. Leading off for the Yankees is Alex Rodriguez. He's been fun to watch of late. On everything, hitting everything hard. Stay tuned for his first at bat of the night. The following Orioles acquisitions will have the biggest impact. You can text your vote to 58772. Standard text messaging rates apply. Here are your choices. Guerrero, number 1. J.J. Hardy, number 2. Derek Lee, number 3. Or Mark Reynolds, number 4. Hardy is already on the DL.
I like Vlad.
Here's Alex Rodriguez.
little different fastball tonight from Chris Tillman. Pitched last night for the Orioles. About 3 or 4 miles an hour harder. Arrieta's shown 2 types of breaking balls. That the slider, fastball in, scout report on Alex, breaking ball down the way.
Alex wants to walk.
Yeah, there's nothing intentional or even unintentional walk about that. Threw a couple fastballs, got the bad count. Trying to get with that breaking ball. I can't imagine any right-hander in American League that would walk A-Rod right now to pitch something else.
Now Cano's providing great protection. He's also hot behind A-Rod. 7 hits in his last 16 at bats, hitting .317, 2 homers and 7 ribbies. Pitch outside. The 1-0. And now Wieters wants to talk to Arrieta.
Well, this is what the Yankees did last night to Tillman, and really what they do well to any pitcher. You pick your spot, you find your pitch, and you say the pitcher will make a mistake. The mistake is in a count like this, 2-0, 2-1, 3-1. Does he pitch to just get a strike, or does he continue to pitch the corners? And that's where, when you face the Yankees, you can't give up. You can't give in to the plate. You can't give in to your scatter ball.
Mark Connor, the pitching coach. There's a strike, 93 miles an hour. Arrieta has won his first 2 starts against the Yankees. First Oriole pitcher to beat the Yankees the first 2 times he faced them since Mike Cuellar won his first 4 games against the Yankees, all complete games from 1969 to 1970. Cuellar, part of a group. I think that's going to be the last group ever. Oriole pitchers, 4 of them in 1 year to win 20 games in 1 season. Dave McNally, Mike Cuellar, Jim Palmer, and I'm missing one, and Pat Dobson. I don't think it'll ever happen again.
Jim Palmer here with the Orioles.
There's Jim. Hot shot up the middle. It's going to be 2. Went right through the legs of Arrieta, but positioned perfectly was his Turris. And a 6-6-3 double play. Those are the pitchers we're talking about, and the years that they had. Pretty special. Highest ERA was Cuellar's at 3.08.
Talk about the Orioles that once upon a time with Earl Weaver that they won it with 3-run homers. How about those pitchers? And Jim Palmer, still to this day, talking to all the pitchers, loves to talk baseball.
Count 2-0.
Defensive alignment. How about that hot smash right between the wickets on the pitcher? You think Cano thought he had a base hit up the middle. His Turris right there for him.
Swisher a little off balance. Pops that one up. And Arrieta survives the leadoff walk. Well, we played 2 here quickly at the stadium, and there's no score. We'll head to the 3rd. weekend scoreboard, there is no score, but there was a lot of news before the game, and much of it revolved around the Yankees free agent signing during the offseason of Pedro Feliciano, and that is our starting off point with our very own Kim Jones down in the third base camera well. Kim, what is the deal with Feliciano? Will we see him this year?
In all likelihood, Michael, the answer is no. That's the short answer to that question.
As that one's popped up, first pitch, Matt Wieters, and Swisher is there, one away.
Feliciano underwent a contrast MRI yesterday that revealed a tear in his shoulder capsule. I'll go to Al in a moment to clear up what that means, but Pedro himself told me it's a bad injury. Surgery has been recommended by Dr. Christopher Ahmad, the Yankees team physician. Feliciano will go to Florida on Monday to seek a second opinion from Dr. James Andrews. However, GM Brian Cashman saying he does expect Andrews to concur, also recommend surgery. Feliciano would likely undergo that surgery, and that's a year. That is a year injury at the least. You would be talking about asking if he could possibly be ready for next spring training. Certainly nothing before that.
All right, Al, a year you've had that injury. Is a year realistic?
I would say even maybe a little bit more. Having had both a labrum tear and a tear in the cuff. And Kim, why it seems pretty obvious is that you can have a tear, a minor tear, which is called a strawberry tear, and then a tear that potentially even arthroscope,
as tourist lines on the left,
wouldn't be able to heal. So that's the concern is this. Anytime you deal with the shoulder, there's so much involved there with the muscles, the tendons, the labrum, that is it a surgery where they have to actually go in and sew to help fuse that muscle back together. So obviously we don't know the extent of the tear, but if it's pretty significant, that could be more than a year.
All right, Yankee GM Brian Cashman was the one who relayed this information to the media yesterday after the game. Joe Girardi hinted that it was a serious injury. So what's the Yankee next step? Do they just stay with Boone Logan?
Well, Joe Girardi says that, I like the bullpen the way it's configured now. Yes, they were counting on Feliciano, but they simply don't have him, Michael. And Joe Girardi saying Boone Logan handled the workload very well for us last year. We have to get Boone going. But he says he's confident not only in Logan, but in some of those righties in the pen who clearly can handle left-handed batters. If you're wondering about Damaso Marte, who still has a locker, he's been in the clubhouse. Brian Cashman telling me the absolute earliest they could have Marte this year, September. So Cashman's not counting on him at all either.
Pretty amazing stuff. Now, obviously, Brian had said last week, or maybe even the week before that, that he felt that the Mets had quote-unquote abused Feliciano. Does Feliciano feel he was abused?
Michael, Feliciano says he ended every season tired but healthy. He believes that this is a new injury. In fact, he points to March 9th, an outing during spring training where he says, quote unquote, it felt weird. And he believes that is when the capsule tore. There is no way to certainly prove that. However, Brian Cashman did say, of course, Feliciano had an MRI before he signed with the Yankees, and that was clean.
That's a clean home run off the bat of Markakis, a 2-run shot. And just like that, the Orioles are up 2-0. So Nick Markakis, who was 2 for 23 before that swing, gives the Orioles a lead.
The danger of coming inside here at Yankee Stadium. Markakis, good hitter. Watch this, a little cutter, middle of the plate. Didn't cut in enough, certainly in the hands enough for a left-handed batter. Got good extension, hit that ball well. That's the danger of when you fastball cutter. When you come inside, you got to miss in off the plate. He didn't do it.
Now, Kim, you spoke with Hughes before this start and about his anticipation for this. What was he thinking coming into this?
He thinks, Michael, he has put in a lot of work between starts. He was excited to see how that work paid off tonight. He believes, he's optimistic. He thinks the arm strength will come back. I keep referring to Cashman. He had a lengthy media session today. He says, how do you get guys' arm strength back? You pitch them. He said he has to pitch his way out of this, and he is confident that Hughes will find that velocity. It's interesting, Al, that you said that was a cutter. Russell Martin telling me before the game, one of the keys for Hughes tonight, keep the fastball down, locate, and don't get cutter happy.
There's a base hit by Derek Lee. Well, thank you, Kim. We appreciate it. We'll hear from you on the post game as well.
Thanks, guys.
You know, one thing, and Kim's right about that, what Russell Martin said, in the game against the Red Sox, I thought he was cutter happy.
Yeah.
Now, why does a guy go to a cutter? when a cutter was not his featured pitch last year.
Because it has movement. It's hard to square up, as we've seen Mariano Rivera do it for years. But here, this is that. Now, this cutter should actually end up here. This is the ideal. You want the ball to break that way. This ends, and it's a short break too. It's about that much. Obviously, middle. He was able to pull his hands in. Not a good pitch.
That one's popped up to share a long run, runs out of room.
And it's really, I could say from experience, Michael, I threw a lot of them, and when my velocity dropped, I just happened to be able to command it to where it ended up being almost, I use it as my fastball 50% of the time, because the velocity difference between a cutter and a fastball is only a couple miles an hour. If you're throwing 90-91 with your four-seamer, your true straight as fast as fastball, the cutter would be 88-89.
The 0-1. Now, one final thing about the Feliciano story. Brian Cashman said that this is an injury that's commensurate to the injury that Chien-Ming Wang suffered. Chien-Ming Wang 2 years later is still trying to come back with the Nationals. So when you look at spring training of next year, that might be a bit optimistic. So the Yankees hope they get anything from Pedro Feliciano for the 2-year deal that he signed. I mean, that's how serious an injury it is. In baseball, elbow injuries don't scare people. Shoulder injuries do.
Especially the Tommy John, because you could get a stronger tendon ligament from somewhere else.
Grounded to third, Alex Rodriguez will gun across the diamond and get Vlad Guerrero, and that will do it. But the Orioles, 2 runs on 3 hits, the big blow, the Markakis home run. It's 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the third. Texas won that in 6 games. 7:05 tomorrow on Yes, 1:05 Saturday on Yes, and then we turn it over to ESPN. But Yankee Extra Innings after Sunday's game right here on Yes. So the Sunday game starts at 8. Then they take to the road, the Yankees do. My 9, the first game in Toronto on Tuesday. Then Yes, the second game, day off, and then 3 games in Baltimore against these Orioles.
Some tough pitchers too, Michael. They can hit, but they also are getting some pitching. Matt Harrison, big old left-hander, good stuff.
And the pitch to Posada is low. Lincoln scoreboard has the Orioles up 2-0 over the Yankees, so a 2-run home run off the bat of the previously slumping Nick Markakis. Al, I got to ask you this because the Feliciano story is going to be the big story all over the papers tomorrow, because Brian Cash and the Yankee GM was extremely forthright in his meeting with the media today, and he talked about the abuse comment, and he said that the Mets had asked Feliciano before every day, "Are you okay?" And he said, "Okay." And he said that when Joe Torre was here, that he actually had direct meetings with Scott Proctor and Ron Vallone, 2 pitchers that were used an awful lot because they were so effective. And he told them, "Don't be John Wayne. Don't tell them that you're okay every time they ask you. You have to tell them if you can't go." Al, will a pitcher ever tell anybody he can't go?
I think there are some. I think a veteran starter often will tell a manager, "I'm done. I've got 10 more pitches. I've got 1 more inning," which I never got, Michael. because I could never do that. And relievers, they pride themselves.
Now, why couldn't you do it? Because you wanted to be John Wayne?
No, John Wayne, because I figured I could get him out. It even, look, the majority of the time when you throw a baseball in such an unnatural motion, you always feel something. There's a tweak or whichever's happening to where you don't feel the 100%. So I think there's a mentality with certain guys, and mostly, I'll tell you this, they're gunslingers out of the pen, that they'll say, yeah, I can get you now. Skip, I can get you a couple outs. You need an inning? I got you. So, yeah, that you don't go by what the pitcher says, because they're going to mostly.
So you have to protect the pitcher from himself.
Yes, absolutely.
But if you're a manager and your mission statement, you've got to win, are you going to be worried about protecting the pitcher?
Well, you hope, but obviously in the scenario with the Mets, that as badly as it's been, you have a guy who's leading the league 3 years in a row in games pitched.
Granderson, high fly ball to left center. Adam Jones puts it away for the second.
Feliciano, 86 games in 88, 08, 09, 88, and last year 92. It's an awful lot of games. Now he's a lefty specialist, so he comes in, 92 games, 62 innings.
Right.
You still have to warm up. You still have to get hot. And he's a sidearm slinger, good power sidearm breaking ball. It wasn't relying on throwing 95 or better. Of course, you are the gatekeeper of these arms. You have to have the mindset of I have to protect this guy, but yet it's a fine line because you want to win.
Hot shot right at Brian Roberts and a 1-2-3 inning by Jake Arrieta. Yankees go down in order. We played 3 full here at the stadium. Orioles 2, Yankees nothing. Buck Showalter is 17-28 managing against the Yankees. Now, who's the only former Yankees manager to post a winning record against them? A lot of former Yankee managers, so who's the only one that has a winning record managing against his old team?
Do you know it?
I read it on the notes, so yeah, I do know it. I didn't know it before. Luke Scott fouls it back. Hughes served up a 2-run home run to Markakis in the third. And Scott laces that one to right field. It's a base hit, and it scoots to the wall. Nick Swisher plays it out there, and Luke Scott is at second with a leadoff double here in the fourth.
Well, back-to-back changeups. Luke Scott gets a changeup from Phil Hughes. You see the little wiggle of fingers from Russell Martin. That indicates a changeup. He wants to pitch down. He ends up leaving that ball down and away.
It's not that bad.
No, it's not. He was able to stay back, get down there and get after that ball, but he changed up on another changeup. And the other thing about Phil Hughes, is that hitters know he doesn't come inside enough. I don't think he's hit a batter.
Adam Jones shows bunt, takes a pitch outside.
And I am not advocating hitting batters, but you have to have hitters know that you're on the mound to make them feel a little uncomfortable. And there's an art to being able to throw inside without plucking guys. And if hitters know that, you know, there's the whole element of look outer half off the plate. Occasionally he'll come inside to stand you up, but mostly Phil Hughes pitches away. As many pitchers, you know, establish strike one, strike two away, expand with your breaking ball. Pitch down the middle. Adam Jones getting a good hack at that. Let's see if he comes with something all speed, even though slightly late. Once again, Russell Martin wants that ball away. Leaks middle. Boom, that is right down the middle. Adam Jones peeling off that pitch there. Something away here.
Punts it straight up in the air. Martin giving chase. Can't get there. Good hustle though by Martin.
Adam Jones seeing something with the right side of the infield, trying to bunt for a hit. Good effort. Sliding all the way in there.
And the pitch. So he does the job. Hits it to the right side and almost beat it out. But Cano just got him. And the team will appreciate that. When Jones gets back to the dugout, he's going to get congratulated. That wasn't a ground ball to second. That was doing your job.
That's right. That's a small ball, winning baseball, National League brand. Get a leadoff double. Tried to push a bunt to the right side. This is a breaking ball. It's slow enough. Robinson Cano. Great little flick throw. Adam Jones has good speed. Boy, that was close.
And he gets high fives in the dugout, and that's players appreciate that. That's not an 0 for 1. That's a job well done. So the Yankees bring the infield in now for Mark Reynolds.
Well, if you Phil Hughes, you want to get into an account where you get ahead. Obviously, a strikeout would be great, but you're thinking infield pop-up. Any kind of medium fly ball, long fly ball, certainly would be a run score here. Sacrifice fly. So he stays down and away.
High fly ball, deep right center. Going back, Granderson on the track at the wall. He makes the play. Tagging is Scott. He will score a sac fly for Reynolds. And the Orioles lead 3-0.
Tells you what kind of strength Mark Reynolds has. That ball kept drifting. You see Granderson, that last look, he wanted to see where the wall was. Very nice play up against the wall. That ball had kept going and going. Really, yes, Mo. Right off the wall. Good play.
Breaking ball strike to Matt Wieters. Wieters with a home run yesterday against A.J. Burnett in that 7th inning. Spoke to A.J. today. Alex Rodriguez had said A.J. pitched the first 6 innings and it was flawless baseball. And I asked A.J., I said, do those 6 innings stick in your head? Or does that 7th inning stick in your head? He goes, I can't lie. He goes, you beat yourself up over the 7th inning. You forget about the first 6.
I figured he would say that. 96 pitches, pitching a gem, 6 innings, 5 strikeouts. Gave up 3 hits in that inning, so 4 hits through the 6 innings. Yeah, it's a bit of a spoiler, but you know, hopefully he learned something in that inning. The idea of, you know, bearing down, knowing that your manager wants you to take the ball, finish 7 innings, certainly deserving. 96 pitches going into that inning.
Pitch outside.
So far, A.J. Burnett has certainly pitched well out of the chute here. Deserving of that 3-0 record.
Two. Foul ball.
Hey, Mike, I said a little while ago Hughes has never hit the batter in his career. That's not true. 8 career hit by pitch. He hasn't had one since 09. He hit batter last year. Which is a little surprising because even if you just, ball slips out of your hands.
High fly ball, right field. And Swisher will make the play. But the Orioles get a run on 1 hit. Nobody left. We go to the bottom of the 4th. 3-0 O's. Lowe's for savings and a free MLB fan guide. Compliments of Scott's. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Yankees are trailing 3-0. Three, 5, and 0, and the Yankees looking for their first hit. They've had a base run or a walk to A-Rod. So 9 up, 9 down, because A-Rod was erased on a double play ground ball off the bat of Cano. Gardner shows bunt, takes high, 1-0.
Now that fake butt is just trying to get Reynolds to get a little bit closer so a hard slap ground ball could potentially go past him.
And the pitch. Shows bunt again, this time a strike.
Maybe it's not this show. Trying to lay it down. Love when Brett Gardner bunts. Great part of his game.
Strike, count 1-2. Gardner has not gotten off to a good start by any stretch. He would admit that himself. 0 for 1 today.
Let's see here, Michael. Going back to Dana DeMuth. Little run. Catcher caught it off the plate. That may have caught the outside corner. So far, Jake Arrieta, nice live fastball with some movement, late movement. Showing a big curveball. Big speed variation combination of what Arrieta is showing the Yankees right now. 92, 93 mile-an-hour fastball, 78 mile-an-hour curve.
Gardner 1 for his last 15. And he stole 47 bases last year. He has to get on base in order to steal bases. Right now his average at 167. His on-base percentage 250. Strike three. Gardner down looking. Time for the answer to the New York State Smokers Quick Line Quiz. Buck is 17-28 managing against his former team, the Yankees, who's the only former Yankees manager to post a winning record against them. And the answer is, you have to go all the way back. Clark Griffith, 107-85 with the Senators after leaving the Yankees in the early 1900s.
Griffith.
Jeter fouls it back. Jeter tapped back to the mound in the first inning. Jeter leads all active players with 293 hits against the Orioles. Fouled away, and that's in 240 games.
Wow, that's for a handful of years. And maybe this is going to be a different year for the Orioles, putting out a much better team. How many years? 13 years in a row. Subpar record. Orioles seeing the basement in the AL East. A little different story this year.
Nice play there by Robert from the outfield grass. He gets Jeter for the second out.
Okay, Jake Arrieta, talking about a live fastball. He's got the look. He's from Plano, Texas, went to TCU, but I think of a gunslinger kind of mindset. They talk about around the Orioles that this is a guy that you got to rein in and pull back. He's very, very intense. An absolute competitor. But that big curveball, he's throwing a 78 to 80 now, 80 mile an hour curveball. Ended up striking out Gardner with a slider, so he's throwing 3 pitches, late movement on a plus fastball.
Count 1-1.
Yeah, back up, get right on the mound. Here it is. This is what I got. I'm coming at you.
Shift on for Teixeira. Shortstop is Torres almost directly up the middle, and Reynolds well off the line at third. Teixeira likes hitting here at Yankee Stadium, a 301 hitter in his 168 games at the new ballpark. Arrieta misses outside. Alex Rodriguez lurks on deck. And the 3-2. Line deep to right field. Markakis will haul it in for the final out. So through 4, Arrieta has faced the minimum 12 batters, and the Yankees have managed just to walk. They trail 3-0 as we go to the 5th. Also on the postgame with Kim. We go to the 5th inning as Cesar Asturias lays down a bunt. It's a beauty. Alex Rodriguez has to eat it, and Asturias leads off with a bunt single.
Well, a bit of an element of surprise. First pitch right out of the chute. Phil Hughes been throwing a lot of first pitch strikes. Late turn from Cesar Asturias. Alex coming charging in. Just a perfect bunt. Deaden that ball nicely to Yankee Stadium infield grass.
Baseball players are generally a superstitious lot, and it seems odd to me that Brian Roberts hits a home run yesterday and then shaves off his goatee. Clean shaven today. You would think he'd keep it. See if that was part of the reason he hit the home run.
His second to last at bat. Well, maybe it was the last at bat that he was
struck out, so he thought that was a good team.
Struck out to end the game off the ball.
A lot of people have done that.
Yes.
The 0-1. Snapped over to first and over the head of Teixeira. As Asturias will scoot to second, so that's going to be an error on Russell Martin.
Well, let's see if he doesn't get his feet underneath his little snap throw. Brian Roberts in the way, obviously being left-handed, just couldn't get it over the barrel. Looked like Roberts actually was in the way. He's got the right to the batter's box. He doesn't have to get out of the way. Aggressive move from Russell Martin. I don't know if it was a smart move. Didn't look like Cesar Asturias had a big secondary lead. Now the cat and mouse here is, well, he's 1-2. He's got a shot at striking him out here. The pitch that Brian Roberts, if he's going to make a productive out, he's going to try to pull the ball. If you're a pitcher here, you're thinking something on the ground or an out the other way. So if he goes with a fastball down the way here. Tried to nail it, missed it. Anything slow coming in or a changeup easy for Roberts to roll over if he doesn't get a hit out of it. At least move Asturias to third base. Sequence of signs. Two fastballs away. Does he stay with the well there or try to punch him out with some off speed in the dirt?
Phil Hughes is at 66 pitches, and he's given up 3 runs. And in the Yankee bullpen, Bartolo Colon warming up. Now he has actually relieved Hughes in each of Hughes' starts, so maybe just getting him work right now, getting him to take some to the mitt. Hughes really not in a great deal of trouble. That one is drilled to right field. Going back, Swisher. He's on the track. He's at the wall, and he makes the play. Tagging is Asturias. He'll go to third. Nice play by Swisher, taking an extra base hit away from Roberts.
Oh, wow, great play. I thought off the bat it got in enough on the hands of Brian Roberts. He timed it perfectly. Up on the wall, may have stole a home run. A little short of the wall. Fantastic play. Get full extension, full speed, beautiful play. Asturias going back, nobody out. Perfect timing. What a play from Nick Swisher.
Well, the Yankees bring the infield in for Nick Markakis. Runner at third. 1 out. Breaking ball strike. That is an outstanding play by Swisher. Hot shot, base hit, down the right field line. Run will score. Swisher cuts it off. Markakis going for two. Here's the throw. He's in there with an RBI double, and it's 4-0 Baltimore.
Nick Markakis getting this ball inside tells you what Joe Girardi feels about what Jake Arrieta's doing. The infield in, 5th inning. They're down by 3. Pulls his hands in, line drive to right field. I thought the pickup here from Nick Swisher, quickly getting to the ball. Markakis knows about doubles machine. Just off the line enough. May have been able to get him if it was a perfect throw. Super slow-mo there.
And now a trip to the mound. Very slow walk to the mound by Joe Girardi. Usually if it's a pitcher's trip and he's not coming out, Larry Rothschild makes that walk. But Joe looks like he's giving Colon more time to throw. Colon now gets the signal. He is coming in. So the leash on Hughes pretty short. Walks off the mound, having thrown 70 pitches. Colon will come in from the bullpen. The men's store at Lord & Taylor, by Blimpie, America's Sub Shop, and by Acura Advance. Well, the Yankees want to stop it right here. They're already down 4-0, and Joe Girardi makes the call to the bullpen, brought to you by AT&T.
Well, here, take a look. I mean, we were talking about his velocity and location. Watch where he sets up. He wants the ball up and in. So this is where the glove line is. But if you look here, you got the middle of the plate and where it ends up. That's you couldn't, if I put a bullseye in the center of the plate, that's about where it ended up.
Bartolo Colon on in relief for the 3rd time of Phil Hughes. Phil's made 3 starts. Colon has relieved him each time. Here we are in the 5th inning. Those are Colon's numbers: 10 strikeouts and 8 1/3. Pitches outside.
Did a nice job up in Boston. 4 1/3. Gave up 1 run, 5 strikeouts.
Count 2-1.
certainly frustrating for that young man. Trying to find it. There's so many people, I'm sure, is in his head. Figured out how to increase the velocity and, you know, go back over old tapes and find him, you know, is there a mechanical flaw? Am I just not throwing it?
The 2-1.
If you're Phil Hughes, you just keep going. You hope that he feels fine. He says he feels 100%. Assuming it's nothing physical. I believe in long toss. Keep throwing. 70 pitches this game, went 47, 48 against Boston.
Another strikeout for Bartolo Colon as he goes up the ladder against Derek Lee.
Colon's got two different type fastballs. He's really effectively used here early with the Yankees. A two-seamer that will run off the plate and come back on the plate as that did. That just had a little plus velocity for Derek Lee. He's got the four-seam true fastball somewhere in that 93, 94 mark. And then a running seam, two-seamer. That right there will come back.
Now the Yankees are thinking about using Colon in shorter relief appearances. Essentially, he's been their long man, but with the call-up of Hector Noesi, who essentially is going to be the long relief man, now they could pick their spots where the guy who comes in, throws strikes, and gets strikeouts. There's a ground ball, and through the left side for a base hit. Markakis rounds third. He's coming home, and the throw is cut off by A-Rod. Brett Gardner doesn't understand why. He kind of went into a crouch of disbelief. He thought he had a chance to get Markakis, but an RBI single by Guerrero, and now 5-0 Baltimore.
Yeah, well, let's see here. Looks like straight up from Derek Jeter. Alex has given up on that instead of continuing to run through it. If it goes through, it goes through. And then he ends up cutting off that play there. That's not the position to be in the cutoff. You got Brett Gardner coming hard. He realizes Markakis is going home, obviously. Not sure what Alex was thinking there.
So that will complete the line on Hughes, who gives up 5 runs in 5 innings. Check that. 5 runs in 4 1/3 innings.
All right, Alex coming off the line now. He's lined up. Whether he just, oh, okay, Alex is saying, Alex is already making the determination from that position. Throw it to second base.
He was pointing towards second as if Gardner should not throw home because Guerrero would go to second. But they had an outside shot to get Markakis.
Well, he
feels the ball, and there he is.
Okay, so he's a traffic cop here. You see him pointing to second base. I don't know. Could have been close.
Now, Alex always knows where he is on the field and surveys the field, but in that case, his back was to Markakis, and Gardner had a better read on whether or not he had a chance. That's why he ignored Alex pointing to second and decided to try to come home. Count 1 and 2 to Luke Scott.
Position for Bartolo Colon to get out of this inning, allow your offense to see if they can scratch a couple runs off of Jake Arrieta. A couple runs ahead.
Swing and a miss. So it comes in, gets 2 outs, both via the strikeout. But the Orioles score 2 more runs on 3 hits, 1 error, Brought to you by Verizon Fios. Get the ultimate in entertainment on the Ultimate Network. Fios, a network ahead. Matt Harrison's gotten off to a good start for the Rangers. Rangers as a team have gotten off to a good start, and he will face Ivan Nova. Our coverage will begin at 6, a rematch of the ALCS, Yankees against the Rangers. And the pitch to Alex is high. Yankees trail 5-0, and they are looking for their first hit of the night. We're in the bottom of the 5th. 1-1. 8 hits for the Orioles, 7 of them against Hughes. All 5 runs charged to Phil. First base umpire Kerwin Downey said no, he did not go.
Ball coming up and in. It ends up being more of a get out of the way check swing.
Line drive. There's the first hit. And it goes into the corner. Alex Rodriguez rounds first. He's going to go to second with a leadoff double here in the 5th.
Alex hot coming into today. Second at bat a little different. Walked him first. Pull his hands in. Awfully strong. Be able to pull your hands in. A hard smash past Mark Reynolds. His 3rd double of the year. Good hitting. See Alex being able to allow the ball to track the other way as he did against Chris Tillman. Home run to right field. Tough pitch right there to fight off.
Here's Cano. So the Yankees have their first runner in scoring position. Alex Rodriguez has been the only Yankee on base. That one is laced in the left center field. That is going to be trouble, and it is not caught there by Scott. Alex Rodriguez will score easily. And Robinson Cano picks up an RBI double. Yankees on the board. Orioles now lead 5-1.
Jake Arrieta establishing strikes, pound the zone as he should with a 5-0 lead. Robinson Cano staying on the ball as well as he does. A great approach. Tough fastball run away from him. Looked like Luke Scott had a shot at getting that ball. Took a little different route. Watch here at the very end. I don't know whether he started checking up because of Andrew. Adam Jones came close to him. On the board. Robinson Cano's 6th double of the year.
So in 2 batters, the Yankees break up the no-hitter and break up the shutout. Now trying to climb back into this game at 5-1. Plenty of time left, and here's Nick Swisher.
Nick didn't like that. Thought that ball was up. First pitch, get me over curveball.
Soft ground ball is short. Backhanded by Asturias. He sets and fires and gets Swisher for the first out. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the New York Yankees. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees.
Ball getting in on the hands of Nick Swisher now. He's got a 0-1 count. It's coming in on his hands. Just enough velocity where he couldn't get the barrel of the bat. We're talking about productive outs. Nobody out. The importance of if you're going to obviously get a ground ball out, try to be able to pull it. But almost saw Nick trying to get it, but the action on that ball with the extra velocity wasn't able to pull it.
Tipped into the glove of Wieters. Posada grounded to short in the 3rd inning. High pop-up. Shallow center. Jones for the 2nd out. Along with Al Leiter and Kimberly Jones, I'm Michael Kay, and we thank you for joining us on this beautiful Thursday evening. And thanks for watching Yankees baseball on Yes. That's what we look like. And that's the score of the game. As the Orioles lead the Yankees 5-1. Oh, you should have seen the fight yesterday before the game as Al Leiter and Jim Palmer battled it out. Who's the better looking pitcher? That was unbelievable, and I think Jim won that fight.
Why do you go there?
Two good looking guys, broadcasting games.
Say that. The guy was an underwear model.
Right. You just didn't get that contract.
For the big.
There it is. I mean, you decide. I think it's got to be Jim.
Whoa.
Oh, the 0-1.
Shots everywhere.
We took some playful shots at each other last night. My sister Debbie called me up after the game and said, well, don't you guys like each other? We knew each other for 25 years. I said, no, we don't like each other. But
see, why do you do that? Why do you say that?
I want to antagonize her.
No, we do. What is it, 23 years? How many years?
When did you get called up?
87.
It's 24.
24.
.60 pitches for Arrieta. Leadoff double by A-Rod, then followed by a double by Cano to give the Yankees a run. That's 5-1, bottom of the fifth. Nice block there by Wieters.
Boy, he had a throw yesterday. Matt Wieters did with Brett Gardner. Nice play. Talked to Buck Showalter, the importance of Matt Wieters, #1 pick a couple years ago at Georgia Tech. Good young looking ball player. He'll become a very, very good catcher.
Oh, he thought he had a strike three, and a lot of people in the ballpark thought so as well.
This is the oops, I should have called a strike. Tell you what, with Wieters' head coming up a little bit, you may have called that up. Well, that looked like a strike to me.
3-2. Ground ball up the middle. Backhanded by Roberts. He throws to first and gets Granderson for the final out. But the Yankees are on the board. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 man left. We go to the 6th. 5-1 O's. Orioles acquisitions will have the biggest impact. You've been texting us at 58772. Let's see how you voted. 52% think it's Vlad. That's what you voted, right?
Mark Reynolds, that surprised me a little bit. I think he's going to be a nice pickup. Do you think I had any influence on that vote?
Probably some. Here's Adam Jones against Cologne. Pitch outside.
Your sister, maybe?
No, not. Once, I read that line, standard text messaging rate supply, so you put the phone right down.
So you got the coast-to-coast USA plan on you?
I haven't asked. Here's the 1-1. Orioles trying to split this 2-game set. Baltimore moves to Cleveland after this game. 3 games against the Indians. And then we'll come home for 4 against Minnesota. The Yankees will welcome in the Texas Rangers starting tomorrow night. We'll have the game right here on Yes. Matt Harrison against Ivan Nova. Ken Singleton will join me in the booth. You can follow the New York Yankees at the MLB.com at Bat 11 app for your iPhone, iPad, Android, or BlackBerry. Get live audio, pitch-by-pitch tracking, video highlights, and more. Text @BAT to 31826 or visit Yankees.com for details. Just this.
Yeah, that is awesome.
You got that?
I do. I keep track of it. All the games. You don't?
I keep track of all the games.
No, but it's good. It works.
3-2. Right back to Cologne. He was a bit off balance, but steadied himself for the first out. These are the matchups in the Rangers-Yankees series. You got Harrison against Nova, then Derek Holland against Freddie Garcia, who's had his start pushed back twice because of rainouts, and then Alexi Ogando against CC Sabathia. All 3 Ranger starters 2-0 with sparkling ERAs.
Tough. I tell you, watching Matty Harrison, Derek Holland had a heck of a ball game, and Alexi Ogando, who would have thought? Basically a setup guy to Neftali Feliz, put him in the rotation. He's been very tough.
Now there was some thought that they were going to have Neftali Feliz start, and they stretched him out as a starter in spring training, but they felt they didn't have anybody that was capable of doing his job, so they put him back out there. What's more valuable in your mind, the closer or a #1 type starter? Because they believe he could be a #1 type starter.
I'm torn, and I think the issue there was you had one spot that you knew for sure was outstanding, in him being the closer. And now you take him out of that element, and now you have 2 question marks as opposed to something you know for sure. Rookie of the year, 40 saves. I don't know, Michael. How many guys he call up? I think of Pedro Martinez would come to mind when he was with the Dodgers. They didn't think he could start. Sent him to the Expos. Rest is history. There's a lot of tremendous arms that come up through the minor leagues that you say, wow, he could be a great closer. You make him a starter. However, 40, 50 saves a year, pitching at 65 ball games, that's valuable.
Swing and a miss. Reynolds down on strikes. 3rd strikeout registered by Cologne.
Just coming right at him. I love the action on Cologne's fastball. This ball is running away out of the hand. It looks like that ball is going to be off the plate, outer third. Moves about good 5-6 inches. Tremendous movement. Cologne kind of reinvented himself. Cy Young Award winner once upon a time, the Angels.
2005. There's a strike to Readers.
Velocity. Here was a guy that certainly with the Indians when he came up, boy, he was 95 to 100 just coming at you. Movement on his fastball, 2 different breaking balls. Look at that movement there. Cannot pull the trigger. 0-1 fastball on the inside part of the plate. Looks like it's coming at his front hip, and that ball leaks back over the plate. Greg Maddux made a career of it. Roy Halladay's doing it in Philadelphia. Look at that pitch.
Wieters lines one to left, but a nice jump and a good play by Gardner. As Cologne won saying 1, 2, 3, 6. Let's go to the bottom of the 6th inning here in the stadium. 5-1 Orioles on Yes. The Rangers, it's Magnetic Schedule Day. All guests in attendance will receive a Yankees 2011 Magnetic Schedule, courtesy of AT&T. For tickets, log on to Yankees.com. Visit the Yankee Stadium ticket window, Yankees clubhouse shops, or call Ticketmaster at 877-469-9849. That's April 16th. I might have misspoken, said 18th, April 16th, this Saturday. We got to keep the score. So are we. It's 5-1. Got it all going on. Russell Martin goes down.
First pitch breaking ball, come up and in. Jake Arrieta has shown that he's not afraid to come inside. See if he doubles up. Breaking ball away. Good eye, good plate recognition. So far, Russell Martin, nice pickup. The Yankees done a good job behind the plate.
Martin's done a nice job. He's caught every inning for the Yankees so far this year. He has 3 home runs. He had 2 home runs against the Red Sox on Saturday in the Yankee win against Boston. Shattered bat. And a base hit in front of Scott. Martin thought about going for 2, but good backup there by Adam Jones. So he lost the bat, but he'll take it as he picks up a leadoff single here in the 6th.
That is a shattered bat for sure. Got his fastball right off the end of the bat. Shattering the bat, went down a hero. Luke Scott making a good effort, realizing at the end just to keep it in front of him. Kicked away enough. Adam Jones doing as he's supposed to, backing up. He may have had a shot busted out of there.
That's going to bring up Brett Gardner. Gardner is 0 for 2 and 1 for his last 16. So if you believe in due, he's due. Yankees and the Orioles are tied atop the American League East, both with 6-4 records.
Just saying that, Michael. Orioles atop the American League East with the Yankees. It's good for the game.
It's the first time that the Yankees have ever played the Orioles more than 4 games into a season, while the two teams were tied for first place. You see the pitch count, how it breaks down. And Baltimore has not had a share of first place this late into a season since 2008, so not that long ago, when it was 16-11 through April 29th.
Maybe the younger fans only have heard in the past of what the Oriole organization, but they were the blueprint for the model organization for years. Fell on hard times recently.
Couldn't hold up on that 92-mile-an-hour fastball. Might have clipped the corner anyway. The count 2-2.
The battle and the rival between the Yankees and the Red Sox in this division for years.
Well, when the Yankees started this incredible run, they were meeting the Orioles in the ALCS in '96. Davey Johnson was the manager. That was a good Oriole team.
Buck Showalter's done a nice job since taking over the helm last August. Dave Tremblay, the manager, the previous manager. He relishes in it, talking about American League East, and certainly the Red Sox and the Yankees aren't going to come back to anybody.
Stays alive.
Those years you're talking about, Mike, 95 through 98, they led the American League in attendance.
Tough at bat for Gardner.
He's got to work his way out of it, fight it. Looks like early on a lot of the pitchers have been going away, pulling off a little bit, getting them conscious in, but really pitching them away, playing him away. Left fielder in shallow, playing the line. Center fielder playing left center.
Let's see if they can double up Gardner. There's one. Not in time. Don't know why Roberts flipped the ball to his choice. Once the ball got in the air, you kind of lost your chance of getting to Speedy Gardner.
Yeah, the transfer, let's see how far. I guess he just made up his mind as opposed to running across the bag. Either way, probably wouldn't have got Brett Gardner. Oof. And also, too, the shortstop coming into that play as opposed to Brian Roberts going toward left field. Yeah, that flip had a little airtime on it. You're right, Mike.
Here's Derek Jeter. Derek is 0 for 2. Grounded back to the mound and grounded to second. Nice play by Roberts to the glove side. That was in the 4th inning. Hot shot up the middle, and it sweeps through for a base hit. So the Yankees have 2 runners on.
Derek jumping on the first pitch. A similar ball that was hit that Cano ended up getting a double play off of. Getting that base hit up the middle.
2,936 hits for Derek. And he surpasses Barry Bonds for sole possession of 32nd place on baseball's all-time hits list. 7 away from Frank Robinson.
Little slider, middle of the plate, right through the wickets of Jake Arrieta. Historia's not playing up the middle as much.
Captain's quest for 3,000. Here's Teixeira. The Yankees could use a big hit right here. They're down 5-1. Yankees are 1 for 4 tonight with runners in scoring position. It's early, small sample size, but 3 for 6 with runners in scoring position. 3 home runs and 9 runs batted in. First and second, 1 out. 2-0 count on Teixeira. Just clipped the outside corner on the count. 2-1.
Well, the way Jake Arrieta has attacked Teixeira, he's thrown 15 pitches to him. 3 of them have been fastballs. We've seen changeups, curveballs, and sliders.
The 2-1. Loop to left field. That is going to be trouble. That's going to dunk in for a base hit. Gardner scores. Jeter moves to third. It's a bloop double and an RBI for Teixeira. And the Yankees trail 5-2.
Little slider getting in on Teixeira's hands enough. Muscles it out to left field. That ball slicing away from Luke Scott. Gardner putting the Jets on. Sometimes it's not how hard you hit it, but where you place it. Watch his pitch. Trying to come in on his hands at the middle. He slices it away. Big healthy cut. That ball peeling away. Double for Mark Teixeira. Big hit.
Well, this is a situation where first base is open, but you've got Cano on deck. You've got to pitch the A-Rod second and third. 1 out. Infield plays back. And a fastball for a strike. And you have to play the infield back because you'll give up the 1 run, but you don't want to have a ground ball squeak through and give up 2 runs and make it 5-4. Alex has walked and doubled. His hit leading off the 5th, the Yankees' first hit of the night. Action in the Oriole bullpen. Jason Birkin is up. This is what makes the Yankee lineup so dangerous, Al. There's not a landing spot to pitcher on A-Rod right now.
You're right. And right now, Alex is looking for a mistake. And yes, Cano's on deck. Let's see if Jake Arrieta comes at him or goes with the off-speed pitch.
The 2-1. 1 off-speed.
First pitch fastball down the middle. Alex took, as he does sometimes. Now here, this pitch. This is a mistake. Middle of the plate. Looked like Alex was caught in between, either going right center field swing. Just missed it. Or pull it.
The 2-2. 3-2. 1 pitch away from loading the bases.
He's shown more confidence, it looked like, Arrieta tonight, of throwing his breaking ball for strikes to Alex.
Driven to right field. Going back is Markakis. Toward the line, he'll make the catch. Tagging and trying to score is Jeter. The throw not in time. Moving to third is Teixeira. It's a sac fly for A-Rod. And the Yankees have closed to within 2. 5-3. And Mark Connor wants to talk with Arrieta.
Tough at bat. Markakis strong arms, led the American League in assists. Just pulls it up the line. Now, Matt Wieters acting like he's snoozing a little bit, thinking that maybe Jeter would end up not run as hard.
With that RBI by Alex Rodriguez, he surpasses Al Simmons and Ted Williams for sole possession of 11th place on baseball's all-time RBI list. And he's 4 away from Carl Yastrzemski for 10th place all-time. Now here's the dangerous Cano, and Nick Swisher is on deck. 2 men are out, runner at third. Speed outside. Yankees are down 5-0. Now it's 5-3, bottom of the 6th. 2-0.
Opportunity right here. Robinson Cano find his little sweet spot. It's not that spot. Take it.
Grounded sharply to second. Robert Fields, and that will do it. But the Yankees get 2 more. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 man left. Got a good one going at the stadium. 5-3 O's. In part by J&R Music and Computer World, and by Toyota, the official hybrid of the New York Yankees. When we go to the 6th, Orioles are up 5-3. Bartolo Colon on in relief of Phil Hughes. Deals outside to Cesar Izturis. Cadillac scoreboard 5-8-0, leading 3-5-1. Count 2 of them. And strike.
Bartolo Colon, like he did in the start up in Boston, relief of Phil Hughes, putting some normalcy to the game. And that's the thing, when you're in that position where you come in early for a starter, just get some outs, allow your offense to chip away. And now the Yankees certainly striking distance, 2 runs behind.
Popped up. Alex Rodriguez makes the play. Now let me throw this at you, Al, and it's a difficult question to answer. It's kind of unfair that I'll put you on the spot. But Colon has pitched very, very well, and he pitched beautifully in spring training. And right now, Phil Hughes is struggling, and he's labored every single time he's gone out. He won 18 games for the Yankees last year. You cannot ignore that. But you also want to win games. Do the Yankees put Colon in the rotation and have Phil Hughes work out his problems in the bullpen?
No, not that. I thought you were going to say send him down. Here's the guy who was an all-star last year, as you said, 18-game winner.
A looper over the head of Alex Rodriguez and a base hit for Brian Roberts.
Brian Roberts just took the assumption that Brett Gardner wasn't going to bobble it out there off the end of the bat, jogging down at first. Watch his ball peeling away, slicing it just out of the outstretched reach of Alex Rodriguez.
Not a bad pitch.
No, good pitch. No, because what's he going to get out of the pen if you see him as your bona fide starter, conceivably one of your front end starters? He's not going to get enough work out of the pen.
Right, you need to get work to strengthen your arm.
Yeah, now if you were going to say get sent down.
All right, I'll ask you that.
I would not yet. Now look, there may be a point, and hopefully not for Phil Hughes and the Yankees' sake, that if this continues, then now you have a problem, because it's not just an aberration. If it gets into, let's just say the month's out, and he's got 5 or 6 starts under his belt, similar to what he's done so far in these 3, yeah, now you may have to consider it, because it is still long term. But if he continues to say that his arm doesn't bother him, and he's averaging 89, 90 miles an hour. Today, in the first inning, he had 11 pitches that were 90, 91. In the third inning, he threw 1 pitch that was 90. And we keep talking about the velocity. Well, big deal. Yeah, there's plenty of pitchers that can throw at 90 miles an hour, but not when you're Phil Hughes. Last year, we had it in the open. He touched 96 as his high fastball. So let's just go with the average, Michael. He's lost somewhere 2.5 miles an hour. Maybe to the viewer at home, 2.5 miles an hour. Oh, what's the big deal? It's a lot, because that's your average stroked fastball, meaning 2-0, 2-1. You need a strike. You're not trying to strike anybody out. Your velocity to get it back in the count. Where is it? Is it a lack of work? A different kind of strength and conditioning program? Larry Rothschild, he's looking at video and working with him. I'm an absolute advocate of long toss.
High drive, deep right center, giving Chase Granderson. He's on the track, and he'll make the play in front of the Yankee bullpen. So Marquez bidding for his second home run, falls short, 2 away. Marquez already with a home run and a double, 3 ribbies tonight.
Well, a few long, well-struck balls from the Baltimore Orioles hitters. 2 nice plays from Granderson, and boy, Nick Swisher made a heck of a play earlier in the game off the right field wall.
Here's Derek Lee. And that was against Brian Roberts. First pitch, a strike. 25 strikes, 12 balls from Colon, 37 pitches. Strike.
Which is exactly what you need from a relief pitcher in this role to come in as he's doing tonight. Strikes, getting quick outs, get your defense off the field, get him in the dugout.
With a breaking ball, count 1 and 2. You watch Colon pitch and you realize he didn't pitch in the big leagues last year. He didn't pitch. Then he pitched in winter ball for Tony Pena, who was managing the winter ball team. And Tony, the Yankee bench coach, recommended him to the Yankees. Said, this guy can still throw. You should take a look. Got invited to spring training. Make good contract, and he made good.
That's a comeback 2-seam fastball. Tone is Tony knows, when you have your catcher, Russell Martin, the umpires do not like this when they hold the glove there. Watch this. Boom. Freeze it. Keep it there. He's saying outside. This would be a good shot right here.
2-2. Now full at 3-2. That's going to release Roberts at first. Orioles are up 5-3, top of the 7th inning here at the stadium. It will come down to, can the Oriole bullpen hold the Yankees down over the final third of the game? Runner goes, 3-2. Popped up. Off-speed pitch. Derek Lee way out in front, and Granderson puts it away, and that will do it. No runs a hit, no errors, and 1 man left at the end of 6.5. It's time for the 7th inning stretch here at the stadium. Orioles lead the Yankees 5-3, but stay where you are as we honor America in the Bronx.
Ladies and gentlemen,
stat about that as well, and Jason Stark of ESPN tweeted this, that the 4 home runs in 4 games by Troy Tulowitzki, that hadn't been done by a Met player since Citi Field Open. No Met player has hit a home run in more than 2 straight games, and Tulowitzki came in and connected in 4 straight games. Jason Birkin will take over for the O's here in the 7th inning, relieving Jake Arrieta. 3 games, 4 1/3 innings, 2 hits and 7 strikeouts, no walks. So good numbers for Birkin.
Birkin had a labrum problem last year. Didn't have to go under surgery. Inflammation. Ended up losing like 25 pounds coming into spring training. Fastball, slider, curveball. He's got 4 pitches. So far, he's done a nice job for the O's.
Cadillac scoreboard. The Orioles lead the Yankees 5-3.
Jake Arrieta showed that he wasn't afraid coming inside. Now Birkin, same thing. Bit of an MO for Mark Connor, longtime Major League pitching coach.
Now the count 3-1. Right by him, count 3-2.
Fastball in off the plate, a couple changeups. Looked like Nick Swisher wanted to hit that somewhere around the Whitestone Bridge. Big healthy cut.
I think it'll probably be toward the tri-ball.
Would that be tri-ball?
Now that would be a foul ball over the right field stand. So I don't think there's any bridge in sight. Maybe the GW. No, the GW is behind
Westchester.
It'd have to be some. Yeah. Maybe the Tapman's in.
No, that's foul left field. It was a healthy cut.
And the 3-2. Still 3-2. Jorge Posada on deck. Two. And Swisher does this, he'll make it battle. This will be the 9th pitch coming up. Payoff. 10 pitches.
Swisher's got great eye. Pitches per bat as high as anybody in the game. Always up in the top in that category. His walks were down last year. 58 walks, 566 at bats. Had a high of walks in Oakland in 07, 100 base on balls.
He worked the walk. Did he go? Third base umpire Doug Eddings said no, he did not go. So he checked on the ball in the dirt. So a leadoff walk issued to Swisher tonight and throughout the Yankee season on Yes. We're asking you to vote along with us for the Chevy Player of the Game. Text your vote to 58772 or vote online at yesnetwork.com. Tonight's candidates are number 1, Nick Markakis, home run and a double. Number 2, Vlad Guerrero, and Guerrero with an RBI single. He's 2 for 3. Jake Arrieta, 6 innings and enough leading 5-3. And Bartolo Colon has done such a good job in relief for the Yankees. Vote now. Make your voice heard. Standard text messaging rates apply. So here's Posada. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Birkin deals. That's strike. Slow roller up the third baseline, but it kicks foul. And it sounds like a broken bat for Posada, and it is. No batting gloves for Posada. And his dad would not let him wear batting gloves as a kid.
Is that the story? Never had asked him.
And so now it's a habit. Although he still listens to dad.
Strong hands. I mean, obviously, after all those years of catching. Straight old school right there. A little dirt. Boy, when it's cold, it's got to be a major stinger. It gets jammed.
The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Got him on the breaking ball. So Posada strikes out. He's 0 for 3. And that's going to be up Curtis Granderson.
Well, I went right after Jorge. Fastball, slider just dropping off the table. Good pitch. Jason Birkin a couple years ago started for the Orioles 6-12 with a 6+ ERA. They put him in the pen, did a nice job. Ended up going 41 games out of the pen for the Orioles with a 3.03 ERA. Anderson 1 for 4 lifetime. That one hit was a home run. All for Birkin.
That one's driven deep to right center field. Jones going back on the track. It's off the wall. Swisher around third. He's going to stop right there. A double for Granderson. And he missed a game-tying home run by a couple of feet.
Well, 1 for 4. The one hit was a home run. Boy, how close is this? Fastball away, gets through the ball to pull that ball, run it away. 92-mile-an-hour fastball. Off of the little padding where that little screen is for the Yankee relievers. Actually, it's glass right on the top of that padding. What a stroke there. Jones hurried up to get that ball in. Nice conservative play. The fact that there's one out. Robbie Thompson, third base coach, super slow-mo. Adam Jones getting that ball. A swish, he's turned around, relying on Robbie Thompson, the third base coach.
Here's Martin with the infield bat. A hot shot to short. That's going to get a run in. And Martin is out. But the Yankees now trail 5-4. Good play by Astores. And an even better scoop by Derek Lee. Time for the GE Capital Partner Play. Great partnerships are built on trust. At GE Capital, we prove that every day.
That's twice now. Derek Lee saving Astores. Beautiful play on that end just to get that ball. Russell Martin, not the normal speed for a catcher. What a play from Derek Lee. Scooping that ball.
Oh, that was tough because that went into the heel. Did not take the hop he thought.
Look at his head down the whole way watching that ball in.
Pitch to Gardner is low. So the tying run now at second base here in the bottom of the seventh. Once it stuck into the heel, that there was a little bit of a bobble, Martin would have been safe, but somehow Lee did not let it bobble. And kept his foot on the bag. Jim Johnson now up in the Oriole bullpen. He threw through. A good throw might have had Granderson. He was straying far off second. But Wieters throw tail toward the second base side of the bag.
Now that's Matt Wieters relaying to Astores. Watch Astores bouncing back. That may have been a design play. That ball was high off the plate. As the pitch was thrown, Astores was breaking the second base. That's a planned play. You got an aggressive runner who's taking a huge secondary lead.
Two and two.
They just continue to pound away to Brett Gardner during these two-game series here. Looks like Brett just pulling off just a little. I don't know whether he's trying to hit against the shift. Outfield plays left center field, center field does. Luke Scott shallow playing the line. Primarily the pitches have been fastballs away, occasionally show them inside, but it looks like they're pounding the outside corner.
The 2-2. Foul away again. So a 5-0 game now becomes a nail-biter. 5-4, Orioles lead. And the tying run is at second with the speedy Curtis Granderson. Orioles with 9 hits, the Yankees with 6. Jim Johnson still throwing in the bullpen. 2-2. So Gardner is 0 for 3 today, 1 for his last 17. Big spot in this game. Jeter's on deck. And Soriano warming for the Yankees. Strikes out Gardner. Gardner running to first, but the ball was caught on the fly by Wieters. Yankees get another run back. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 left. Let's take it to the 8th. 5-4 O's. Post game as Bob Lorenz and Kimberly Jones recap this entire series with the O's and preview this weekend set with the Rangers. Plus, get highlights and more from around the league. It's all coming up later on the WB Mason post game. It's only on Yes. Colon still out there, and he deals a strike to Vlad Guerrero. Hard ground ball up the middle. Jeter grabs, spins, fires. Got him. Jeter covering a lot of ground with the glove side.
Well, here's some range up the middle just to get to that ball. Pirouettes, spins, knows instinctively where that base is. Nice little easy, true one-hopper to share it on the Yes-Mo. Full extension. The only way he possibly could make a throw here is spinning, keeping his front side closed. Bartolo Colon, certainly appreciative. Great effort, great play.
Here's Luke Scott. Guy make a play behind you, Al. You ever walk to him at the angle? Thanks.
Hug him.
Did you ever say thanks?
Yeah, absolutely.
Guy ever make an error behind you? Go, what are you doing?
No.
So it's only love.
Yeah,
There's
positive,
no hate.
complete positive.
Really?
Yeah. glass is definitely half full. I couldn't stand that. He had a pitcher on the mound and throw his hands up or look disgusted based on a play. I was going to give up a big home run somewhere.
Another impressive performance here by Colon. Came on to finish the 5th inning for Phil Hughes. And has worked the scoreless 6th and 7th. Registered 3 strikeouts as well. And the Yankees invited him to camp, hoping to catch lightning in a bottle, and it looks like they might have. How long he lasts, that's anybody's guess. I think there's always that concern. Will he be able to last the season? But right now, he's pitching very well.
Well, if he gets the work, not that that's where he wants to be, but certainly when you have a veteran guy as good as Colon has shown that he's capable of pitching effectively again, he's done a nice job in the role that he's sitting in right now. He's getting his work. The concern, I know you had mentioned earlier about possibly getting Bartolo Colon maybe pitch a little later in the game. Now you got the scenario, do you have a pitch back-to-back days?
Right.
Right now his last outing with the 60-pitch performance, 4 1/3. It's like a start. Now here he is 5 days later. Unfortunately for Phil Hughes, he's coming in again, eating up some innings.
Well, Girardi says that Colon warms up incredibly fast. It's almost like 3 or 4 or 5 pitches he's ready to go. So he's got that reliever's warm-up ability. It'll take a long time.
There is an adrenaline rush when you're out in the bullpen. His career has been as a starter, and that phone rings. Colon, get up. Boom. You just get like an immediate rush. But to be a late inning reliever, you have to be able to come back-to-back days.
And Luke Scott works a walk. Jabba Chamberlain is a spectator right now. He's ready. Larry Rothschild checking to make sure with Mike Harkey, the bullpen coach. Pinch runner for Luke Scott will also stay in for defense's Felix P.A.
Having a nice year so far as a 4th outfielder for the Orioles. 357 so far early in this year. No stolen bases so far. Good speed.
Grounded past the diving Alex Rodriguez and down the left field line. PA is going to go for 3rd. And a smart play by Gardner as he fires the 2nd to keep Jones at 1st. And also keep the double play in order.
Just past the outstretched reach of Alex Rodriguez. Looked like it got in on him. Alex playing off the line. Part of the whole spray chart. Just past his glove. Brett Gardner quickly getting that ball, keeping the double play in order.
Joe Girardi's going to take the ball from Bartolo Colon, who's going to get a nice hand from the crowd. And why not? Got another good job. So they're going to call in Jabba to try to get out of this mess here in the 8th inning. Jaguar outperforms the competition at JaguarPerforms.com. By Priority Mail flat rate boxes, only from the Postal Service, a simpler way to ship. And by BMW, the ultimate driving machine. Stadium looks great. Crowd of 40,517 inside watching Jabba Chamberlain warm up. Chamberlain will face Mark Reynolds, a guy who does have strikeout ability. And Jabba's going to want to strike him out with runners on first and third or induce a double play. Those are the numbers so far. 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, and 5 2/3. And a 1-0 record for Chamberlain.
Yeah, his last outing Sunday night in Boston didn't fare too well. 2/3 of an inning, 2 walks, 2 runs.
So Reynolds, who has struck out more than any batter over the past 3 years in the history of baseball. No batter has ever rung up more Ks over 3 years than Reynolds has. He steps in. 5-4 Orioles lead. Lands that one foul. That was a 94-mile-an-hour fastball by Chamberlain.
Certainly could use one here.
223 strikeouts last year. Check that. That was 09. 2011 was last year. So he really cut down. That one gets past Martin, but it bounces right back to him. And the throw to Chamberlain. They got him! They got him! Oh, what a tag by Chamberlain. And a quick throw by Martin for the second out. Now Buck Showalter's going to come out to argue.
Dana DeMuth was so emphatic with his call. Veteran umpire, crew chief of this umpiring crew. Quick to make the call. Well, we'll see right here. Slider way off the plate. Russell Martin not even getting a glove on it.
I think they got him. I don't think he ever got to the plate.
Jabba's right leg stopped him from sliding in to the plate.
Yeah, his foot never touched the plate. I think they got him. That's a good call by DeMuth.
Watch his right leg right there. Boom.
Kind of kicks it off its path, and then he's tagged.
Great call.
That is a great call by DeMuth.
A great play from the pitcher, Jabba Chamberlain.
And the runner, of course, moves to second. So now the count 1-2, 1 strike away from working out of trouble. How does the umpire see that in fast motion? That's amazing.
Yep. There was no hesitation in his call. And for a veteran umpire like Dana DeMuth, you had to figure he's seen it clearly.
The fact that the slider was thrown so hard and just hit the right spot on the bumper board behind home plate and got back to Martin in enough time that he could get the ball to Chamberlain. Everything worked perfectly for the Yankees there. The 2-2. Strike 3. 96 miles an hour on the black. And Chamberlain does the job with his pitching and with his defense. He kicks the leg out from under him, tags PA, and the Yankees are out of the inning without allowing a run. strikes out Mark Reynolds. So Reynolds goes down swinging, or at least looking that time, for the 3rd time today. So Java keeps it at 5-4, and the Yankees will now face Jim Johnson here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Johnson, 4 games, ERA of 5.79, 5 hits and 4 2/3, 5 strikeouts, and just 1 walk. Now Felix P.A., who got thrown out at home, takes over in left field for Luke Scott. A pinch run for Scott. And it'll be 2, 3, and 4 in the Yankee order against Johnson. Jeter, Teixeira, and A-Rod. Quite a minefield to navigate for the Orioles here in the 8th. Jeter singled up the middle last time and scored, so he's 1 for 3. Outside.
Well, you just saw that 95. Jim Johnson came back from an injury last year, pitched a little bit at the end. 96-mile-an-hour bowling ball sinker.
Fly ball right field, Markakis for the first out. Now Johnson will face Teixeira. Last time up, Teixeira with a bloop RBI double to left field. Good fastball for a strike. Kevin Gregg, the closer last year for the Blue Jays, signed as a free agent with the Orioles, but the lone lefty in the Oriole pen, Mike Gonzalez, is warming right now. Gonzalez was signed last year to be the closer here, but hurt his arm, and that never panned out.
Big free agent sign. Good year with Pittsburgh as a closer. Changed his delivery route, Mike Gonzalez.
Strikes out Teixeira for the 2nd out of the 8th.
Much of the 2-game series here shortened by the rainout. So a lot of off speed. As hard as Jim Johnson throws, that's a changeup, just the bottom dropping out. Tough to lay off, tough to look for. And you got somebody with the velocity of Jim Johnson throwing upwards of 95, 96 miles an hour.
Here's A-Rod. If A-Rod gets on, you'll see Gonzalez come on to get Cano. A-Rod did not like that call at all. A 97-mile-an-hour fastball.
Well, he's hit 99 so far this year. Well, certainly where Wieters caught it, it was down in the zone.
That time with a breaking ball. You're going to throw 97, then come back with that. It's a tough league.
And a changeup. See this side shot, previous pitch, that fastball. Oh no, that's a curveball. He did go.
And a base hit up the middle as A-Rod's hot hitting continues. 2 for 2, a walk and a sac fly today. Now let's see if Showalter does to his lefty to face Cano. Cano is 5 for 12 against Jim Johnson.
Well, if it's based on statistics, Showalter would have gotten them. Well, maybe he's getting the call now. The answer from Mark Connor. Is he ready?
He's going with his gut and staying with Johnson. But why is Gonzalez warming then if you're not bringing him in to face Cano?
That's what he's asking.
Swung on a miss. Cano 1 for 3 against Gonzalez. those are the numbers against Johnson. He's not throwing him a fastball. 2 off-speed pitches, 0-2.
The decisions, the many that a manager makes. And right here, obviously, Buck Showalter, based on statistics, you would think he would have the lefty-lefty matchup. He just likes what's coming out of Johnson's arm right now.
That's quite a departure from the young Buck that took over the Yankees in '92. He went strictly by the book, and every decision he made, he could back up with numbers. This is a gut call right here. You got your lefty up, you got one of the better hitters in baseball up, and you elect to stay with your right-handed reliever. The 0-2. Lined into center field. It is a base hit. So now you've got Swisher, a switch hitter due up.
Robbie keeping the line moving. Another changeup. Look at his eyes down. This is a good pitch right here. Down and away. Driving that ball up the middle. Great major league hitter.
Does that surprise you, Al, that he backed up 3 in a row?
A little. I would think if you wanted to get him off the pitch that you think you get him out, Michael, usually you'll see some pitch like a high fastball or something off the plate to change the speed. Aside from changing the eye angle of high and low, you get him out in front. Get him looking at night. You know, here's a guy that's throwing 99 miles an hour. It was a great pitch, location-wise, and this is a great hitter, Robinson Cano, to do what he did.
It was a great adjustment by Cano after looking bad on the first 2 pitches. Now here's Swisher with a chance to tie the game, maybe more. Swisher's 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. 5-4 Orioles lead, bottom of the 8th inning. Swings over the top of a breaking ball. Now Koji Uehara joins Gonzalez. Gonzalez is getting ready for Granderson. There's a couple of batters away. Posada's on deck, then Granderson. And Johnson quickly ahead 0-2. Good game here at the stadium. 5-0 Orioles after 4.5, but the Yankees with a run in the 6th. Check that, a run in the 5th, 2 in the 6th, and 1 in the 7th. There's Mo is ready. Swisher so far this year has struggled in these situations. 2 for 13, but he has 6 RBIs.
Swisher spoiling the tough pitch, the pitcher's pitch, as he did previous at bat. Ended up getting a walk off of Jason Birkin. Your tough hitters have a good 2-strike approach. Shorten your swing, just think about center of the field, putting the ball in play.
Just outside. For the most part, Swisher will make you throw the ball over the plate. He's not going to help you out that often. He gets fooled on a breaking ball, maybe he swings at one in the dirt, but he's not going to expand the strike zone on the corners.
Especially 2 strikes. I think early in the count, Michael, you're right. He'll pick a pitch, sit on it, look for it, whatever you want to say, whether it's say I'm going to look curveball, slider, whatever the pitch is, he gets it, he'll let it fly. You've got as good a 2-strike approach as anybody in the American League.
1-2. Dribbled slowly towards second. Roberts will get Swisher, and Johnson works into and out of trouble. So Showalter gambles, and his gamble pays off. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left. Let's go to the 9th. Yankees down by 1. Take a look now at the Land Rover drive of the game.
Wow, that was back in the third inning. 0-0, 2 outs. First pitch, well, for Phil Hughes, Nick Markakis' second home run of the year. 2-run shot, making it 2-zip at the time. Land Rover drive of the game, Nick Markakis.
Jabba Chamberlain deals a breaking ball strike to Matt Wieters, who faced 8, 9, and 1 in the Oriole order. Swing and a miss, the count 0-2.
Big healthy cut from Matt Wieters. Hit a 94-mile-an-hour fastball last night off of A.J. Burnett for a home run. Big swing.
Strike 3. Wieters down looking.
Quick work from Jabba Chamberlain. Good morning, good afternoon, and here's good night. Payton, outside corner. Can do very little with that. Perfect pitcher's pitch right there from Jabba Chamberlain.
Kevin Gregg, the closer, getting ready. And a bunt by Asturias. Alex had him played for a bunt and gets him at first. Good play by Rodriguez.
Well, he's able to lay down a bunt earlier in the game for a single. Quick little put the barrel down. Alex ready for it. Not twice.
And that will bring up Brian Roberts with 2 outs. Fastball fouled away.
Nasty slider, 85-mile-an-hour, dropping off the table right there. Jabba, a couple days rest. Boone Logan warming up the Yankee bullpen. He's got good velocity there.
Bringing the heat. Line right at Jeter. So Jabba works a 1-2-3 ninth. Do the Yankees have a rally in their bones? Jabba retired the Orioles in 8 pitches. What will Kevin Gregg do? If the Yankees win, there'll be a pie involved. Stay tuned. Inning rally. They are down by 1. They were down by 5 nothing after 4.5, but they have chipped away. It's now 5-4, and the bottom third of the order is going to have to get it done against the Oriole closer, Kevin Gray.
Well, so far, perfect, right? One save, 3 innings, 0 ERA. Kevin Gregg last year with the Toronto Blue Jays, 37 saves, his career high.
Gregg struggled mightily in spring training, pitching to a 9.82 ERA, 8 earned runs in 7 1/3 innings pitched. Had the Orioles a little bit nervous, but he has started the season well. When the bell rung, he was ready. Posada hits one deep to right center. Jones back on the track at the wall. See ya! Tie game. Jorge Posada with a solo home run.
Getting up in age or not, he could turn on a fastball. First pitch heater to Jorge Posada, 5th home run of the year.
Posada with a curtain call, and the Yankees with a new ball game, 5-5. The 0-1 to Granderson. That one is lined into right center field. That is going to be off the glove of a diving Markakis. Granderson will go to second with a double. The Yankees are set up.
Granderson with his second double of the night. Nick Markakis looked like it hit the heel of his glove, popping out as he fell on the ground. Good effort, just couldn't hold on to that ball.
You know, in baseball, a ground can cause the fumble, and that's exactly what happened there.
2 doubles tonight for Granderson. First pitch heater, Jorge Posada still barrel to the ball. Wasn't enough into the Yankee bullpen, tying this ball game.
Let's see the Yankees bunt here to move Granderson over to third. The Orioles are in at the corners. Great arms in center and in right. PA has an average left fielder's arm. And Martin fouls it back over the screen.
Russell Martin with the Dodgers in National League. Here's the home run. Adam Jones making an effort, pointing into the Yankee bullpen. Fired up late in the pitch. You say Russell Martin, middle of the lineup hitter. And they say, well, it's not so easy to bunt. Yeah, that's the style of hitter you are. Catch the baseball with the barrel of the bat.
Posada's caught it a couple times. 7 hits this year, 5 of them home runs. Martin squares again. And the count 2-1. So Posada deposits the first pitch from Gregg into the Yankee bullpen. 5-5 game. Now they're looking to win it in walk-off fashion. Now what do you do? He fouls off that pitch. There's 2 strikes. Do you keep the bunt on?
No.
For those kids new to the game, if you bunt with 2 strikes and you bunt and foul, it's a strikeout.
See, he's stabbing at it, Mike.
Yep.
Not comfortable. I'm going to let it track late with a ground ball to the right side.
Not bunting. Count 3-2. Granderson with great speed at second. outfield at normal depth. The 3-2. Just fouled it off to stay alive. Alex Rodriguez has 2 hits today. The Orioles trying to avoid a 2-game sweep. Chamberlain has retired all 5 batters he's faced. 5 outs. One was a play home. 3-2. Martin strikes out, so the runner stays at 7. Big strikeout for Greg.
Very big. That's a situation just some way. Put the ball in play. You see that ball from Kevin Gregg. Little sink to it. Right down the middle. Just overpowered Russell Martin.
So here is the struggling Brett Gardner. Brett is 0 for 4. He's 1 for his last 18. Oh, strike. So the veteran Posada comes through big. How can the Yankees finish it off? A strike by Gregg, off speed.
Takes the first pitch, fastball. Good curveball from Kevin Gregg in a tough spot here. You've got to fight it. 0-2 count.
Count 1-2. Buck Showalter managed it to the 9th inning, brought in his closer, and the closer did not do the job. Now just asking for extra innings. Mariano would rather not pitch tonight. If it ends here, he won't. The 1-2. And that certainly doesn't mean he can't. Obviously rooting for them to end it now. Gardner grounded to short, struck out looking, reached on a fielder's choice, and struck out. Jabba would get the win if the Yankees win right here. Popped up. Reynolds did not make the play. Yankees poised to run out on the field to celebrate. The 1-2. Struck him out. Gardner's struggles continue. And that'll bring up the captain, Derek Jeter.
Number 2, Derek Jeter. Number 2.
Here's a rarely mentioned fact. A couple of years ago when the new ballpark opened and the Yankees won the World Series, the Yankees started hitting the game winner, the walk-off guy, with a pie. Derek Jeter has never been hit by a pie. Doesn't happen right here.
Should I answer that? Let me get my crystal ball.
Jeter's 2 for 10 lifetime against Kevin Gregg. Soft ground ball to short, and it won't happen tonight. As there's going to be extra innings. So Jeter grounds out. Runner at second, nobody out, and Gregg shut the Yankees down. But Jorge Posada tied the score the first pitch of the bottom of the 9th inning into the Yankee bullpen. It's 5-5 as we go to the 10th. Texas Rangers right here on Yes. The coverage of the game will start at 6 with Audi batting practice today, followed by the Tri-State Ford pregame. Then you can join Ken Singleton and me for the call. Rangers Yankees. It all starts tomorrow at 6, and it's only on Yes. Well, Mariano Rivera will take over. Tie game. Obviously, at home, he's not going to have a save situation, so they bring him in. His 7th game, and look what he's done in his first 6.
Yeah, pitched last night, scoreless, no hits, 1 strikeout in the Yankee win. Phenomenal career for Mariano Rivera. Basically, he's done an entire career with 1 pitch, a great cutter. Consistently throwing strikes.
And he's going to face the dangerous Nick Markakis. It'll be Markakis, Lee, and Guerrero here in the 10th. Extra innings at the stadium. Line score is almost identical. That 1 Yankee error. Line drive to right field. It's a base hit in front of Swisher. Third hit of the night for Nick Markakis.
Getting hot. Markakis, that ball cutting inside. Not quite enough. Similar pitch that first pitch that Phil Hughes threw earlier in the evening for a home run.
Here's Derek Lee. He is 1 for 4. This should be a double play. There's 1. And there's 2. Six, 4, 3 double play.
Derek just making sure that stays down on that ball. Easy double play. Cano, strong throw over to Teixeira. Stays down, glove down, nice little flip. Cano getting way out of the way of Nick Markakis. Pitcher's best friend. 1 pitch, 2 outs.
Here's Guerrero. Right in on the hands and fouled off of Guerrero back to the mound.
Guerrero, he just can't take a pitch, let a pitch go by. Watch this pitch here. Ball inside, committing to the swing, pulls his hands in. Ooh, that may not have gotten that little shin guard. No, it does cover his foot. Lifetime Vladimir Guerrero from Mariano, 364, 4 for 11.
It's going to be 4 for 12 as Cano guns him down. So Mariano works a scoreless 10th inning, helped by the double play. Coming up in the bottom of the 10th, Teixeira, Rodriguez, Cano. Bullpen Michael Gonzalez, and Gonzalez will face Teixeira, Rodriguez, and Cano. Now the Yankees were down 5-0 at one point, and we wouldn't be here if not for this play when it was 5-4 and Jabba Chamberlain came in, and that kept it at 5-4, and that was a play that happened in the 8th inning. And then in the 9th inning, leading off against Kevin Gregg, Jorge Posada with a solo home run on the first pitch, ties the game at 5, and that's where we are right now. So Mike Gonzalez against Mark Teixeira, Alex Rodriguez, and Robinson Cano. Those are the numbers on Gonzalez. And the lefty deals. 1-0. As Al said, Gonzalez, a closer with the Pirates, became a free agent, signed with the Orioles to serve that role, but was hurt last year. Orioles did not entrust him with that role this year. That's why they signed Gregg. And 3-0 on Teixeira to start off the 10th. Mark with an RBI double in the 6th, a blooper to left when he was batting from the left side. Now the right side. Do they green light him? No, he's taken all the way. 3-1. He'll be swinging now on 3-1. Just missed that one, fouled it back.
Right down the middle. Pulls off slightly. Teixeira in his career right-handed has been much more of a pull hitter. There's only one at bat career-wise against Gonzalez, 0 for 1.
3-2. He walked him. So the winning run is on first.
Certainly a big no-no. Extra innings, tie ball game, leadoff walks in any game is not a good thing. Come back to hurt you more times than not. Nobody warming up in the Orioles bullpen. This is Gonzalez's game.
After a Tex walk last year, he hit .391. Likes these situations. Gonzalez having trouble throwing strikes. Count 1-0. He has never faced Gonzalez, A-Rod. He walked once against him, you said?
Well, the fact that he's in there, there may have been a bat, but he's over.
Yeah, you're probably right. One. Line down the left field line. It is a base hit. It's going to go into the corner. Teixeira rounds third. Let's see if they send it. No, he is held by Rob Thompson. And Alex Rodriguez in second with a double. And the Yankees are set up here in the bottom of the 10th. It's the third hit for A-Rod. A perfect night. 3 for 3, a sac fly and a walk.
Locked in, Alex is after a slider. Pulls his hands in. Nice hitting. Getting that line drive swing down the left field line. 2 doubles on the night. Again, Robbie Thompson being conservative with Teixeira. PA making a strong throw in. Nobody out. Teixeira busting it. Sees the play in front of him. Right here. Turns, picks up Robbie Thompson. Holds him up. Absolutely a smart move.
Now the Orioles have to bring the infield in. And with the lefty Cano up, they're not going to walk him to set up the double play. They're going to go after him lefty-lefty. Gonzalez deals. Foul back. 2 strong arms in the outfield. Adam Jones, Nick Markakis, and Felix PA playing a little bit more shallow because you play as close as you think you could gun the runner out at home plate. Markakis has a great right fielder's arm. And Adam Jones with a very good center fielder's arm.
And also, too, Michael, you can see the dirt spot where most of the time the right fielder will stand. You're right. Markakis strong arm. Teixeira, not the fastest guy on the Yankee team. That also has some bearing as to how shallow they actually play.
Well, a game on the line right here for the Orioles. Yankees can win it here in the bottom of the 10th. Yankees 2 for 12 tonight with runners in scoring position. Missed outside with a 94-mile-an-hour fastball.
Gonzalez, mindset there is just keep the ball down. Cano's hoping the ball's up. Long fly ball, game over.
Count 1-2. A game with a certain flow of emotions. Phil Hughes started. Another rough outing for him. Bartolo Colon came on and did a good job in relief. In fact, the entire Yankee bullpen has done a good job holding it at 5 as the Yankees chipped away. We're at 5-5, bottom of the 10th. The 1-2. 2-2. A good performance by Jake Arrieta, wasted by the Orioles. Their bullpen did not do the job. Mariano could get the win if the Yankees score right here. Hot shot right at Torres for the first out. So now let's see if Showalter plays the percentages, Al, and walks Swisher and pitches to Posada with the bases loaded.
Ball up right at where Sturris was playing, infield in.
What do you think, Al? Is that what they do?
I say not. I think if he pitched to Cano, he's going to pitch to Swisher.
And it looks like that's what they'll do. Swisher has never faced Gonzalez. Infield remains in. Swisher coming into tonight 5 for 10 against lefties and 3 for 25 against righties.
Wow. Again, against the percentages.
That one is leaped to right field. That could get it done. Markakis makes the catch. Tagging is Teixeira. And the Yankees win. A walk-off sac fly for Nick Swisher. And the Yankees win 6-5. So Swisher, who has been struggling of late, got the job done. He hit it to Markakis just deep enough that Markakis' arm could not come into play. And the Yankees come all the way back from down 5-0 to win this one 6-5 in 10 innings. And Jorge Posada forced extra innings with that 9th inning home run. And Nick Swisher ended the night with a sac fly to score Mark Teixeira. Stick around for the postgame show to find out who's tonight's Chevy player of the game. Got to give a lot of credit to the Yankee bullpen and their offense as well, as they chipped away, and finally got it done with this fly ball of Markakis. He set up, but he was moving back, uncorked the throw, but it was up the line, and Teixeira scored easily, and the celebration is on. And no one knows how to celebrate better than Nick Swisher. And Nick Swisher's with Kimberly Jones. Let's go downstairs, Kim.
Michael, Nick, your first at bat against Gonzalez. How'd you do what you did?
You know, I mean, I went up there, he threw a couple fastballs to Robbie, and, you know, I was just looking for something up in the zone just to try and get a fly ball, and, you know, I got to break them all up in the zone and was able to do that.
You said to me before we came on the air, I'll take it. It's got to feel good. Hey, it's a game winner.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, I'm super ecstatic about that.
super excited.
I'm really excited. You know, I mean, with runners in scoring position, you know, I've kind of struggled this year, but you know what? Hey, I'll take that tonight for sure.
You had a great catch of that Brian Roberts ball. Probably would have been a double, right?
Right. You know, I mean, just back off the wall and a situation like that, our guys been pitching so well. You know, you really want to go out there and do what you can for them defensively, and that's what happened.
I bring that up, Nick, because how many little ways, quote little ways, did you guys keep the Orioles at 5 runs tonight so you could chip away and get back into this?
You know, it was a battle. You know, we were fighting, scratching, and clawing for runs, you know, and that's exactly what we did. Obviously, a huge home run by Posada, tie the game, especially off their closer, Greg. So, you know, for all of us, I mean, we'll take that win. You know, we got that mojo back tonight, so I felt good.
For anyone wondering, I guess the pies are back, huh? How's that
back,
going?
Baby, we want pie. You know, I got signs all over here. This is a great win for us.
Thank you very much, Nick.
And you got it.
Michael, back to you.
Thank you, Kimberly, and congratulations to Nick Swisher. Well, the Yankees win this one 6-5, and the man who delivers the pie, A.J. Burnett, did it violently, but with authority, as the Yankees win this one 6-5. We'll be back.